Hey guys, first fan of the night.
First fan of the night.
It's me and Metal Pete here, his Metalness, and this is our first work day at the barn since the first 2 days of the mass blender fan install. If you haven't seen the mass blender fan install, please go and watch that video and like it and comment on it and share it so more people see it. I don't think people realize just how cool that warehouse install is, because it's kind of hard to tell. I couldn't find one thumbnail that showed that really encapsulated the whole thing. But that's got to be one of the cooler installs we've ever done. Don't you think, your Metalness?
Yes.
And says how many blender fans in one place?
Oh, at least
14 or 16, I think.
I thought maybe 14 is what we reached.
Yep, I think 14 because we had 2 spares. Yeah. And Metal Pete did a lot of the work the first day, and then me and Rick and the owner of the warehouse did a lot of the work the second day. And that was a lot of fun. And Pete and I and everybody else are going back down there for one. Hopefully the last work. Oh, that reminds me. I want to grab a couple of fans from here to bring down there. Remind me when the video is not rolling.
Okay.
I want to bring some suggestion fans for other parts. And but I want to talk to you about that off camera. So don't let me forget, okay?
Okay.
So anyhow, go check out that video. But we've been here at the barn for a while doing some other little projects, catching up on some things. Pete did some work on the test rig, and we fixed a couple things that were broken. And one of the things that we've been working on is these Plantation fan company ornate copies. They had real bad switch housing rattle that made them difficult to use, and this one was the worst of the two. And now at least it's the better of the two. It's still not perfect. We'll need to do some more TLC if we're going to install it anywhere, especially if it's going to be installed somewhere where it'll get used on high. But let's see how it does in this video. I think mainly what it needs at this point is balancing, but that's something that's subject to change. So let's see how it does in this video.
Okay, this is low.
Yep.
It's drawing 0.2 amps. And of course, this is a restaurant low that it goes.
This would be perfect. I'd love to find a restaurant that we could hang these in. That'd be perfect for these, I think.
It would. I mean, a restaurant wouldn't really use them on high.
Not unless they're cleaning or drying tables or stuff like that. That's true. Well, it depends on the restaurant. Some restaurants like a breeze, and they do run their fans on high. But I think the type of these would look better in a restaurant going on low or medium for sure.
I think on low because these are more of that classy restaurant banquet hall type.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can find one that needs a couple fans. These would be a beautiful install. You want to take it to medium?
Yes. Well, first, did you do watts?
Oh, I did forget, but we know what it's going to be. We know it's going to be low because it's a capacitor, so we know it's going to be a very low power factor.
Okay.
As always with capacitor-based speeds.
I know I tacked the other one.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to tack this one. You certainly can. Nothing's ever gotten worse from being tacked.
125.
Yeah, 32 or 31. That
looks about that.
It does. That's a nice aesthetic low. Atmospheric low.
Yes.
Wonder what Metal Jonas thinks about these. We'll find that out maybe if we get a surprise visitor. You just never know if you're going to get a surprise visitor or not.
Okay, here's medium.
I do know that other Jonas loves these.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. So he saw when he saw them, he tried to buy them, and that could stand to be better balanced, but at least it's not rattling.
415.
Oh, so that's gonna be just a little over 100. Yeah.
That looks that way.
It does.
Yeah, it's gonna need balance.
Yeah, we did some balancing, but again, there's just so much.
Here it is on high.
Yep. 1.19 amps, 120 watts, 0.83 power factor, and quite the airflow.
Yes, it is. 847.
Yep, that's 212.
Okay. And 212, that looks about.
Yep, it sure does.
570. Well, this is going to be a high K55.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 7,200, and it's a 48-inch fan, so that's pretty impressive. You have to spin down, and then we can do low reverse. So it's definitely better. Last time, I don't even think we were able to do a video. No. It was rattling so bad. So it's an improvement, and I think if we can get them balanced better, then they'll be perfectly installable for, you know, anywhere. Mm-hmm. But the problem is that these don't have a set pitch, and then the blades are a little warped, and there's just a few other little tweaky things like that.
Something I need is an angle gauge thing that actually kind of works where...
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's like you set it, and then whatever angle you tilt it at, the gauge just kind of stays where, and the numbers move. It's...
Well, yeah, we should definitely get something like... I mean, we could measure the blade pitch with a tape measure, but you have to do a lot of math.
Yeah. We have an angle gauge at work.
Well, how much are they? They can't be that expensive, are they?
No, I'll look one up and see where I can get one. Long spin down, so that's
we did.
a good sign.
You don't forget we're going to need our audio playback as well to make sure our sponsors have the attention they deserve.
Yes, that's true.
It's very important that we do right by our sponsors. We'll find out more about them later in the video.
Okay.
Yeah, solid spin down. These are the kind of fan that I would immediately have some places to put them if there was only one of them, because like this would be great for like over my dining room table when I would get tired of the A&G that's there. But the fact that there's two makes it like, well, I think how to go together somewhere. That's why I'm thinking like a restaurant, because I would hate to install one and not the other. They're too cool to have it in a pair. But I don't have anywhere offhand.
Okay.
That's a beautiful
atmospheric
glow.
Atmospheric glow. It's an atmospheric glow.
Do you know where these would look good?
Where?
The organ room.
Oh yes, the organ room of House on the Rock.
Hey. I mean, there's not too many things that wouldn't look good in the organ room. Want to take it to medium?
Yes.
I mean, the organ room is one of my favorites, but it will never get old just how much other Jonas loves the organ room. He loves it so much.
Now, how is Organ Piper Pizza?
It's pretty Jonas, but I don't think it's organ room level. I think it's probably somewhere between Streets of Yesterday and Organ Room, if I had to guess. But I don't know. We could ask him. I mean,
here's high.
He does really like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like it's better in the reverse. Oh, maybe not. Still a little wobbly.
Okay.
Metal Pete was like, nope, we're not going to see that for very long. The very short reverse. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take it back to forward.
Yep. Okay.
What's that cord go to? Is that a spare?
That was the previous cord.
Ah, well, let's make sure we keep that for when we need it. What's it connected to right now?
Nothing.
Why does it look like it is?
It's not.
Oh, it's over here by my feet.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll need this for something, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is because
I just want to make sure we don't want to plug it in on a mistake. Okay. I don't remember where it started the last time, but I could guess. Do you want to guess first?
I'm going to guess 2.
I will guess 3 then.
All right. 1, 2. Okay, you said 3.
Is the desk rig plugged in?
No. Okay, no wonder it's not going to start at all.
Yeah, it wasn't drawing any current. That's how I could tell.
Okay. Try this one. 1.
Budge.
2. Oh, hold on, come on.
Yeah, I think it's going to go on 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, here is 3.
Yeah, other than the balance issues, these things are killer performers, I think.
Okay.
They're damn silent on,
4.
on the factory speeds and move plenty of air, good strong motor in there.
Mm-hmm.
4 is what the factory low is, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was drawing on the factory low.
And it would be the same because it's a capacitor, or at least very close to. I like these shades on it too. Not as much as the other ones, but I like them a lot.
I cannot remember if you uploaded that video.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, so I don't remember what shades I put on there.
The Dan shades.
Oh.
You know what I mean when I say the Dan shades? Dan's favorite shades. They're kind of like an off-white amber glass, stained glass color. They call it slag glass.
Oh, yes. I believe my one Emerson designer came with that. Okay, here is 5. It's the one, it's got like an 1895 type motor in it. Yet it's a plastic designer.
Yep, the KB style. Yeah, I like those so much. They're a big childhood fan of mine because the hardware store and the Monona Public Library and the Monona Community Center all had those when I was a kid. And now the Community Center still has them, but the rest are gone. But those were a big part of my childhood, those designers with that motor and wood blades. Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful speed.
Atmospheric.
It's a little faster than atmospheric. Atmospheric was
4.
Yeah, this is 5, I think. I think
yeah,
5
this
is perfect.
5, and this would be your standard wall control right here. 6.
I don't remember what they drew on medium, though.
Oh, I don't remember either. 7.
Oh, I worry about what could happen when we get to 8. That's such a dangerous number. Are you worried your metalness?
Not really, but...
I wonder why. I have a theory.
Here is 8.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. So, not one person has taken me up on the game offer, which is if they can guess the correct 8, 12, 20 in any video, then they get a free, correctly labeled Sperry. Mm-hmm. And no one has done that, so I think we should maybe have an 8, 12, 20 discussion. So, what is the most metal brand of chips?
That's
besides 8, 12, 20. Is it like a 3-way tie kind of, or?
Yeah, there is. Those Cape Cods.
Cape Cod, those are the kettle chips, right?
Yes.
Kettle chips are very metal. I've seen a lot of Pringles. Pringles are pretty metal.
Very.
Lay's are very metal.
Yeah.
And then this brand that made in Rockford, Mrs. Fisher's. Those are one of my favorites. They're pretty metal too.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are ones you might see or hear. Other assorted metal noises.
10. So 8 was a good medium low.
It was.
And then here comes 11.
I do worry about what could happen after 11. I feel like there's some risks involved. Are you willing to take those risks, your metalness?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so okay. He lives on the edge.
Okay. And 12.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. How about the let me have those 8, 12, 20s when you're done with them.
Mm-hmm.
How do you determine what candies are metal? Is there a metric? Is there runts are metal, bottle caps are metal. Like, for example, my daughter Abby, who you remember, loves sour candy. So Sour Patch Kids and things like that.
Them too.
But is there a specific type of category of candy that is more metal?
Not really.
Just really pretty much most candy.
Yes.
I know black jelly beans are surprisingly metal. Are there any candies that are not metal?
some that I don't really get. Well, circus peanuts.
Oh, those are terrible.
Everyone says so.
That's not even candy.
No.
That's like packing materials that got mislabeled.
Mm-hmm. There's 13, so this is a perfect medium.
Save me, Sperry. Save me.
Here's 13. This is perfect medium right here.
Yeah, if we could balance it and so it wasn't wobbling at all, that would be very good.
There's 14. What did it draw on high?
1.19.
Okay. 15.
I think we might get through all the messages from our sponsor on this one.
16.
That's a nice backed off eye right there.
Yep. 17. 18.
I'm worried about the future of your metalness. 1.19.
Okay.
So we got a little ways to go.
19. We're at 19.
Oh dear. Yeah. Told you I'm worried about the future. There could be danger in the future.
Yes, there is. And 20.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors.
Yep. $21. Okay, 1.11. So let's see, 22. Getting close.
Still under though.
Yeah, 23.
Still under.
24. Right on.
Right on it.
Okay, and then let's just see if 25 puts it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is going over. Okay. 20. Solid state. Well, let's see.
With the last one, it wasn't silent. It was either bedroom or living room with the last one.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have any vibration isolation.
Yeah.
It's just metal on metal on metal. And if we were going to install it somewhere where it needed to have a solid state, we could make it quieter by adding some rubber washers between the blades and blade brackets and maybe a few other places. Mm-hmm. But it's either going to be bedroom or living room.
I'll say living room.
I'll say bedroom then.
Yeah, that's...
Low end of living room, maybe? I think pretty solidly living room, yep. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we put it in a noisy restaurant, probably nobody would notice, but I'd still rather not if we didn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 0 to high. I don't remember what it did last time, do you?
No.
Well, what do you want to guess?
I'm gonna guess, I thought it was big in Rush.
I'll go with no on Rush.
Okay. Oh, you're
Might
right.
be no. I know, generally speaking, with these motors that draw on the higher side, like over an amp as opposed to like half an amp or whatever, I know that they're either usually big or no.
Right.
The small is less like, the more the current the motor draws, the less likely it is to have a small inrush. I don't know electrically why that is, but I just have, we found a correlation there. So, okay. Well, we've done all the tests on this. We already went through the scale on these before. Oh, we got one more on those, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got to do a thing. We know these are quite metal.
Yes.
We know they're extremely Jonas.
Yes, atmospheric.
We know they're extremely Dan. I don't think Rick ever weighed in. Rick, get in the comments. Do your job for once, you stupid Rick. I pretty much assumed that Mullet loves them. I don't know that for a fact, but he generally he likes a lot of things, and I don't see why he wouldn't like this. Christian, I'm sure, loves these. Yeah, I'd be willing to bet everybody either has these in their top category or near, because they're powerful, they're weird, they're rare, they look great in a lot of Malaise style installs. So yeah, I'd be willing to bet they're either top category for everybody or like the top end of the middle category.
Yep. On this week's edition of Weird.
That's true. I think that's probably how Chandru would introduce this.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that other file queued up?
Yes, I do.
Well, let's hear from our sponsors.
This video is brought to you by the following sponsors: Fan Stick, Light Stick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors, The Good Manufacturing Company, 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. RickOrSheep.com, a fun game you can play with your friends.
I got to play Rick or Sheep earlier when I drove in.
Yeah, I do.
Go to RickOrSheep.com.
They were blocking the stupid gate.
Power Vacuum, the vacuum with more vacuums.
Oh, you got to bring a vacuum when we go back to the warehouse.
Okay.
When
So we
I
can
think
vacuum
of
up our
batteries,
mess.
All right.
I think of you, Dong.
Major funding for this series is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by the annual financial support of viewers like you.
Okay, well, I think that just about covers everything in this video. I don't know if we're going to test any more fans tonight. We'll find out, but if not, we'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks for watching, and I guess that's everything. Oh, wait, who's that at the door? Why, look, it's Metal Jonas.
Oh, those lovely doorbells.
I do like a good doorbell, too.
New tone doorbells.
I think New Tone makes my favorite doorbells, honestly.
Oh, yes, they do indeed.
You looking for anything, Metal Jonas?
How about some Homestead catalog?
I have 3.
Or some New Tone catalog?
I have 1.
Oh, marvelous.
What do you think of House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
Oh, House on the Rock. One word, incredible. One word, overwhelming. One word, amazing. Wow.
Well, that's it for this video. We'll see if we'll either have more content for you tonight or more content for you this weekend. So as always, keep watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to myself, Metal Pete the Metal Fan.
Yes.
And all the other great ceiling fan related channels on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and
Bye,
buy Fanstick. Purchase Fanstick. Thanks for watching.